Welcome back. Welcome back. You're listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on AM 1170. The Answer. My name is Kyle Whissel, your host with Whissel Realty, joined as always by Mr. Jason Hall with Team Home Loans and Miss Cyndy Higgerson with the Whissel Realty team. And before the break, again, we were talking about, I just brain fart, debt to income ratios. Yeah. We were talking about the opportunities right now. If you're looking to buy a home or move up into that dream home, there's a lot of opportunity out there. We'd love to connect with you. Give us a call or shoot us a text, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. And so, Jason, we always want to keep our listeners of the show up to speed on what's going on in the mortgage market, especially rates. Rates are always important because slight movements up and down in rates can drastically change your purchasing power. So what's the latest, my friend?
Right. So let's just use an example, right? So if you bought a house for $400,000, which we know is hard to buy a house for $400,000 right now in San Diego, but maybe you bought a condo or something, right? And there's some spots for $400,000, but very few left in San Diego. But $400,000 is when I got my numbers here. The rates are roughly in the low fours. Let's assume a 4.25% rate on that $400,000 mortgage. That's $1,968 principal and interest payment. Okay. Now, if rates go up just 0.25%, okay, you literally will lose. I'm trying to calculate about $60 a month. Okay, or you lose $10,000 in purchasing power. Like we were just talking about, Kyle, you know, where the value's going up, the same thing happens with the rates. So if you bought $400,000, let's say I could qualify for $400,000 loan today, and the rates go up 0.25% next week, next month, which easily could happen. We've seen them happen even faster than that. Literally, now you only qualify for $390. And what if they go up another quarter? Qualify for $380. What if they go up as much as 1%? You just lost $40,000, or in this example, 10% buying power. 10% if they go up just 1%. And a lot of the economists and the experts in rates have been saying now that the Fed has announced they are going to stop buying all the mortgages they've been buying. They're trying to actually pull off their balance sheet. You know, after the QE3, they helped. And then here's what people don't realize outside the market, just your average consumer. When people refinance, that loan is sold and it's paid off. What the government's been doing is they've been getting paid off, and then they've been buying back another loan. So they've been keeping a high balance sheet of what's called mortgage-backed securities, which is all of our mortgages all pulled together in a pool. And now they have told everybody, it's official, it's been out 100%, they're reducing that. So now as they're getting paid off, they get paid off 10 loans today, they might only buy 3 or 4. So they're going to reduce a percentage every month, every quarter, and their hope is within a year to have no mortgages owned. Now, the government's never owned mortgages until this QE3 that started about 5 years ago. Never owned them. Now, what we don't know what's going to happen is what's going to happen once the largest buyer of mortgage-backed securities completely exit, the marketplace. And Cyndy's looking concerned, and you should. That's why a lot of people believe rates may go from the low 4s where they are now to the 5 or 6% range. And as I mentioned, 0.25%, even a $400,000 loan is about $60-something bucks. You lose $10,000 buying power. If it goes up 1%, you're talking about an extra, $300, $200 plus a month payment for the same. So don't wait to refi. If it's not me, call somebody, all right? And don't wait to buy. The time is now, and that's kind of what I want to talk about on the rates and how what could happen if what a lot of people believe is going to happen, Kyle and Cyndy.
Yeah, it's amazing that we have so much information at our fingertips that rates are going to be going up, and that prices are going to be going up, and that rents are going to be going up. You got 3 things going up. So again, my economist background tells me that there's opportunity there, and that's what we want to do for you as a listener of the show, is just help you understand what all this means to you and help you understand what the opportunity is to you. If you're renting, you've got to get out of renting. You're throwing so much money away, and all that money, guess what it's doing? It's going to pay the mortgage of the person that owns your property. And guess what's happening to the value of that property? It's going up.
And let's talk about this, Kyle. If you don't think you can buy today, a lot of people are surprised they actually can buy sooner than they think. But I know Kyle and I have helped clients We sat down with 5 years ago. We put a plan together, stayed in touch with them, and Kyle's great at doing this, Cyndy. And literally 5 years, they said, we finally followed the plan. Our credit's in a position. Our income's in a position. We have that small down payment that you and Jason talked about, and now they're buying, right? So that's the furthest one I've ever seen in 25 years of doing this. But most people think, including Brian Kochi here in studio, our videographer and marketing guru at Whissel Realty, he thought, you know what, I could probably buy next year. Him and his wife came in on a Saturday afternoon, met with me. We kind of ran through the system. We looked at everything. I said, you know what, Brian, you could probably buy next month. He goes, really? He's like, man, I won't buy till next year, though. I'm like, okay. And then within like 2 weeks, he's in escrow, right? Because he's seen all these houses for sale. He's working with you guys. He walked a property. He was taking videos and pictures of, and he said, Kyle, I think I might want to buy this one. Jason said I qualified, and I heard about it on the radio that, hey, can I lock my rate? I go, well, don't lock a rate until you buy a house. He goes, oh, I didn't tell you. I bought a house last night. So that was kind of a neat story as well. But it happens sometimes that quick.
Yeah, it is amazing how close you could be and not even realize it. So just kind of getting back on track is your rent is going up. You're paying rent to somebody who owns a property whose value of their property is going up. But guess what's not going up for that person, Jason? For the owner of the property, what's not changing every month or every year?
Their payment.
Their payment's
Their payment's
not
fixed.
because majority
Cash
of
flow's
mortgages
increasing.
out there, you're locking in a payment at a set amount for 30 years. What do you think is going to happen to rent over the next 30 years? I mean, it's been 15 years since I've rented, and I know what I used to rent for $1,000 is now about $2,000 for the exact same thing.
It costs $1,000 to rent a room
Yeah.
inside somebody's place nowadays. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, literally, the apartments I used to rent over here in La Jolla, I mean, they're $2,000 for a one bedroom, if not more now.
Yeah, you get about 600 square feet.
Right. And so the cool thing is, I also bought a property
Yeah,
when I left there.
I remember you buying your
And-
first property there.
Yeah, and that property that I bought back then at $500,000 is now worth $800,000, $900,000. Or I
But
could
more
have stayed there and
it's been a
rented all
cash
these
cow,
years, and
right?
it's spitting out about $1,000
It's a great rental property
Yeah.
that, what do you do with that money? Just reinvest? Or you fix
Buy
up the
more
house,
property.
Buy more property.
Buy more property.
You put those dollars to work, right? They're employees.
My employees are working hard. I just put them to work on a new flip coming soon in La Mesa, so my boys are working hard for me. So there's just a lot of opportunity out there. Our goal is to be that resource to help you make sense of all these ups and downs and rates going up and prices and rents. We want to put the financial picture and make it nice and clear for you.
How can they call you?
Call us, text us, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. Connect with us. We've got all the resources you need. We've got mortgage. We've got real estate. We've got great insurance guys like James Cassidy. David Ray is a financial advisor. Tons of awesome people, in our squad that we'd love to connect you with. 619-663-SELL. Would love to connect with you. Thank you so much for tuning in to Whissel Wednesdays here. You can always listen to past episodes of the show, whisselwednesdays.com. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you next week.
I'm betting you like people, and I'm betting you love freak mode, and I'm betting you like girls to give love to girls and stroke your love.